So I lay before you life and death, blessing and curses. So choose life, that you and your descendants may have a long life. This is my story, and my name is Kristine Jonck. I want to choose all of him. I want to choose a life with him, and whatever that brings is whatever it will bring. So we went along, and he kept asking my dad if we could get married throughout 2 years, about, I don't know how many times. I think we lost count at some point. And my dad just kept saying no, which is understandable. I was the first of the 5 children to want to get married. And it was to someone that's HIV positive. So he kept saying that my heart is too big and I'm only doing it because I'm compassionate. But it wasn't. It was a decision that I made out of knowing all the facts. So Quintin and I went, and we got informed about what it means living with HIV, and what it means to progress to AIDS, and what is the life expectancy. And so at some point we got together with a couple where the husband had been living with HIV for, I think at that point, about 18 years. And even that was, this was 18 years ago about. And even that was a miracle, because people didn't know enough. The medication was terrible. And the life expectancy that they gave Quintin was about 3 to 8 years to live. But we went to go speak to him, and at that point his wife was 39 years old, and they decided it was the last year if they ever wanted to have children. But there was something that they did called sperm washing, where because the HIV is not in the sperm, it's just in the in the fluid. So they let it go. They let them swim through a gel and to clean them off the fluid. But they only did it in France, and it cost about 40,000 rand at that time, and that didn't include accommodation. So they decided, well, that's quite a difficult path to go. But then still, God blessed them with a baby. So there was hope for me that I could be a mother someday, even if I did get married to him. So we got married after about 2.5 years, when my dad finally, he finally said, I can see that there's nothing I can say to change your mind, and you are quite determined, so I will say yes for now. So we got married right away. We didn't make a long story, we got married. And then I started studying nursing, which is finally I got to a place where I was secure in myself to know that what I wanted. So it was quite a roller coaster, first year of marriage and first year of studies. But we got through it. And then when I finished 4 years later, we decided, well, it'd be a good time now to maybe start a family. And at that point, they had sperm washing in South Africa, and the price had gone down to 3,000 rand. So we thought, okay, well, let's find a doctor. So we found an amazing doctor who specialized in family medicine, but in HIV families. And he was such an amazing guy. He was so passionate. He was so compassionate. He was so it was really his life's work, working with people affected by the disease. And we went there so that he can be monitored to see how it's progressing, so that we can be sure that he's at the right time he takes the medication, so that his count will be undetectable, so that we can start having a family. And we did that, and everything was perfect. His sperm count was perfect, my eggs were perfect, everything was perfect, and I didn't get pregnant. It wasn't a nice experience every time, but we knew it was for a good cause, and we really wanted a baby. So we went about 4 times, and each time I wasn't pregnant. And then I think the 5th time I was pregnant, and then I started bleeding, so I lost the baby. And then we decided we're going to go on a break for about two months. And Quintin got really sick, so it was quite a scary time because he was in hospital and they didn't know what was wrong, and they did all these tests, and he kept saying to me, he feels like a house case, the program house, because they kept prodding him, and it was just, you could see the attitude also with which the doctors try to find things was different to someone that was not HIV positive. So it was quite hard. You really want to have compassion, and you want this to be sorted out, but he's quite a difficult patient, and the doctors don't know what's going on, and so we went home. And then 2 days later, I brought him back to hospital, and they still didn't know what was wrong. And yeah, it was the first scary part of being married to him when it comes to medicine. But he got better, and we came home, and I phoned the doctor, and I said to him, he's been really sick. Can we still do the insemination? And he said to me, well, with all the years that he's been doing this and all the cases that he's never had a conversion of the wife being HIV positive afterwards. So he would say, yes, we can go ahead.